All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for this informative presentation on how you can leverage technology to boost your bottom line. My name is Chad Burt. I'm one of the co-owners of OutsideAgents.com, which was recently named by Vacation.com as the fastest growing large agency in North America. It was a unique honor and a unique privilege to receive that award. Just a little bit about me real quick. I've got about 20 years experience in travel technology and marketing, so hopefully I'm starting to get the hang of it. Joining me today is Mark Murphy, owner of Travel Alliance Media and Agent Studio, who is himself a 20-year travel media industry veteran, recognized by his peers as an innovator at the cutting edge of online publishing, social media, advertising, and brand marketing. How you doing, Mark?
I'm great, Chad. Thanks for having me.
And thanks for coming by. Well, guys, I know you're all very busy, so let's jump right on into the meat of why we're all here today. Image in the travel industry is everything. You have to look and behave like a professional. Otherwise, you're just not going to win over customers. Especially this is true as a home-based travel agent, since many clients may be already a little skeptical as to whether or not you're quote-unquote a real travel agent. So image is going to be key to boosting your sales and gaining client confidence. One of the things that's very important in this industry, especially in the modern era, is that you use technology to help present that professional image. I've been in internet development since the early 90s, basically the wild, wild west of the internet. And back in the 90s, if you even had a website, you were cool. You looked great just because you were progressive enough to go out there and build a very expensive website. Nowadays, it's presumed that you have a website, and people judge you by it. They judge you very seriously, very critically by your website. It's kind of like how you're judged when you by what you wear to a business meeting. Mark, can you speak to a little bit about the importance of a professional image for a travel agent?
Well, I think agents understand that Travel Alliance Media, we own Agent at Home magazine and Vacation Agent magazine and TravelAgentAcademy.com and TravelPulse.com. And what we try to do for you is give you the tools so you can go out there as a home-based agent, especially with Agent at Home magazine, and run your business from home with ideas and tips and business building ideas. One of the things that I think gets lost in the mix with travel agents is you have all different types of travel agents out there. You have agents who are coming in that are brand new to the business. They want to start a career. You have established agents that have taken their book of business and are moving home, that have, when I say a book of business, have a client list that already knows them. And then you have, with social media, the ability to go out and literally build it from scratch, or if you are already connected with people, leverage those connections to get to other folks. What's interesting is the way that travel agents have been. I think if you saw my column last week on Travel Pulse or attended my Agent Studio event last week, my column was a little bit, how would you say, the title was You've Been Lied To. And the reason I used that title in introducing Agent Studio and what we were going to do last week is I think many times travel agents are told certain things that just are factually not correct. So I'll give you for instance. When Chad wanted to go out and tell the market about all the agents about this opportunity to come in and learn more about Outside Agents and certainly Agent Studio, some folks in the industry won't send the email because they don't want Agent Studio to get out there to the agents. And they're afraid that if you discover it, you'll use it. If you use it, their second-tier solution won't get used, and therefore they'll prefer not to have you know it and step away and say, good luck getting the word out because we're not going to let our agents know it. That's kind of been the approach this industry has taken, and unfortunately, we've had some agents out there representing the industry that were not great representatives, for they were either in the dark or they were just putting a bad face forward. So I think one of the things that we want to do as an industry is have everyone out there looking professional, because if you deal with a professional travel agent, then you believe in the value of travel agents and everybody benefits. If, on the other hand, somebody you want to talk to 6 months from now is dealing with a travel agent who literally has no web presence, or the web presence they have is so convoluted or so bad that they can't take that person seriously, they'll paint that travel agent and the entire industry with this brush. And unfortunately, that will affect your business and everybody else's business going forward, because that customer now is lost. So it's really important that you look, act, behave professionally, and your storefront today is the internet. And I think a lot of agents don't realize how important it is that your storefront looks good. And let me give you an analogy. If you had a storefront 20 years ago and somebody walked in and there was nothing there, it was bare, and there was a guy sitting behind a desk who looked like a bum, and you were thinking about spending a few $1,000s on a getaway, you would quickly say, I'm just looking, sorry, I think I'm in the wrong spot. You would leave, but the person would know that you left and would never come back. On the other hand, with the internet, you have no idea how many people you're losing when you don't have a website, and you don't know how many people you're losing when they come there if you have an unprofessional website. They see it, they go, my God, this person's a professional, and then they put you up against the Expedias and the Orbitses and the TripAdvisors and everybody else out there, and they go, I'm better off doing it on my own. So that's a long explanation, Chad, as to why I think it's important that agents have a professional look, because it really benefits the entire industry, and it certainly benefits you at the point of sale.
I couldn't agree with you more, Mark. Great explanation. So let's look at a few of those technology options and just kind of compare and contrast them, and help identify who might use which type of solution. So let's look at the first solution. For years and years and years, Outside Agents has been providing a fully bookable, dynamically generated website that allows our agents to book all types of travel. 10 years ago when we built them, they looked okay. Okay, they have a very powerful booking engine. They looked okay 10 years ago. Nowadays, they look just a little bit dated, but it's okay. They're a free solution. They've got the live booking engine, and just some kind of pros and cons here real quick. First of all, they're very easy to do. You submit a setup request. We set it up for you. You're in business. Another pro to the system is, as I indicated previously, they are a very powerful booking engine. Cons, they're not customizable at all. They're very plain data looking. They're almost unmarketable, and we're going to be phasing them out towards the end of the year because of that. And throughout this presentation, I'm going to be kind of comparing the various technology solutions that you have to that suit I mentioned earlier on, that what you wear to a business meeting. In this case, I'm going to call this shorts and a flip-flop. Another possible solution is to use, there's a lot of great cloud-based resources out there now where you can go out and for free build yourself a website. You have Google Sites, you have Wix. I use Weebly in this example. And you can very quickly put together a decent-looking website. They've got all kinds of templates for you. You can add our booking engine if you like. You can add specials and promotions and stuff. The problem with these is initially, when I look at them, well, let me start with the pros. First of all, they're free. Free is good. I like free. You control all the content. Okay?
Can I just add in, Chad,
Sure.
that what's my nickname for you?
It begins with cheap.
All right, just everybody understand. All right?
I like free. Free is handy.
Yep.
However, and easy is good too. There's some cons to it though. Okay, free sometimes isn't always the best solution because a lot of times what you're saving in money, you're spending in time. So, some of the cons would include that you have to build from scratch. You have to create and maintain all your content. Nothing's done for you. So they can be very time consuming. Some coding may be required. Not all of us are closet geeks and like to get our hands dirty with some HTML. And they can start looking pretty amateurish pretty quickly. Okay, it's really easy to let crazy fonts and silly clip arts and whatnot kind of overrun the site with kind of an amateurish feel. So it's good. Free's awesome. If you've got some time and inclination, you can build out a decent looking website. I liken these to kind of wearing Levi's to a business meeting. Okay. Now I want to start talking about getting dressed up a little bit, maybe going office casual. Okay. And this is our initial offering with Agent Studio that is free. Comes with lots of great content from Agent Studio. Specials, promotions, and whatnot are maintained for you. It has a live hotel booking engine on it. They're very easy to use. They set it and forget it. You're done. Very nice professional appearance. And Mark, can you speak to a little bit about some of the basic features of the Agent Studio free solution?
Yeah, so basically what we've done for Outside Agents, and let me just give kudos to Chad, because Chad was the first host agency that came online with what I call a preferred/enterprise solution for Outside Agents. And what that gave the agents who are part of Outside Agents was a competitive advantage against every other host agency and every consortium model out there. And the reason was really simple. Most of the people out there had a solution that had no content, no information. It was a deal feed or just a booking engine. And I hate to say it, but a booking engine alone with no content serves no purpose for the user. If you are a traveler, when you go to someone's website, you're looking for information. Worst case, you want to know some news. Worst case, you want to know what's going on in the travel deals. And one of the biggest things that most agents forego is where Expedia makes most of its money. In fact, 85% of the profits, the hotel business. So the free solution that we've worked out with Chad is really simple. We're partnered with Outside Agents, and we're going to become the default solution that powers all agents, all outside agent websites. And what that means for you is if you're signed up with Chad's business, you can go ahead and get right online immediately with an Agent Studio powered website that would normally cost you $100 for the year. You're going to get that free with Outside Agents. There's a catch, and it's a really simple catch. You have to make sure that somebody books at least one time hotel booking every 6 months on your website. And if you do that, Chad's going to eat the cost of your website because he realizes that if you're serious about being an agent, you want to have something that looks good and professional. You want to have some content that's out there. And we think that you will do this for some period of time, not very long, to be frank, because you'll very quickly see that you want to upgrade to the next level, which has far more features, far more benefits, a lot more content that your customers are going to be looking for. And I think what he's doing for agents is giving you the ability to look professional out of the gate, but then also giving you the freedom to upgrade and build your business over time. I think that pretty much sums it up, Chad.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So pros and cons again. They're free. Like I said, I like free. Specials and content are maintained, saving you time. They're easy to use. You set it, forget it. You've got that professional appearance. You're in business. The downside, there's almost no customizability. There's only a hotel booking engine, which is a good thing. There's a lot of money to be made with hotels, but there's a lot of other travel types that your clients might want to be able to search and research on your site. There's no unique content. I'm a big believer, and I'll talk about this in a minute, in the power of unique content, making it your own, kind of owning the site and having it represent who you are more specifically than a more generic template-driven site. There's no destination guides, which means no video. Video is probably one of the stickiest things online today. And there's no phone or email support. We're going to be putting out some videos for you, some how-to videos, but basically you set it, you forget it, you're kind of on your own. But there's really not much to do with the site anyhow. So it's not like you're just adrift in the sea by yourself. So let's talk about some paid options here. Okay, sometimes it pays to pay a few dollars. Okay, and our Agent Studio Premier version is $17.95 a month. Has all the pros of the free version. Plus, and this is important, you get 5 custom pages for your content. So I can add a page about a cruise night I'm having, or I can do a group reservation form. I can do all kinds of customizable things. I can put up a photo gallery of my last trip. I can put up a lot of content that's sticky and engaging and important to your client and helps brand the site as yours. It's going to have the destination content, including videos. It's going to have phone and email support. And, this is critical, it's going to have a live booking engine for all types of travel. So you're going to have the hotel rewards engine, then you're going to have cruise, tour, all-inclusive, all travel types available for your clients to research, see live pricing on, destination content, and so forth. Excellent solution for $17.95. Like I said, I've been in the internet business for a long, long time, and I know what maintenance is on a website. It's one thing to build a site. It's something else entirely to keep it updated and fresh and age specials and all that kind of stuff. So for $18 a month for a couple of trips to Starbucks, I think this is a fantastic solution, and it really starts to build your brand and professional appearance when you can send a client to a custom page with information about a group that you're promoting or something like that. The cons, there's no third-party booking links. There's no blog, and I think a lot of us have forgotten the importance of blogging. Of letting people know who you are and where you've been and what you're doing and keeping that content fresh. That content's also critically important to search engines. Okay, the content that's being updated regularly and fresh and unique is much more valuable to a search engine than any other type of content. Then there's, limited unique content, and there's very little design customization. You can choose from, I think it's like 50 different templates, but you can't really get in there and get under the hood. So there's pros and cons to this excellent solution. If I was starting out tomorrow, I would definitely consider this. Mark, do you want to speak to the premier level?
Yeah, just a couple of things. I know you say including videos, but videos are only included in the next level up. So
Oh, I'm sorry.
I didn't catch that. That was my fault. So just so everybody understands, it has all the news, all the articles, all the destination content, everything from a content standpoint except for videos. You have to go to the next level to get the video content. You can customize to some extent, but your customization is going to be limited, just like it is. There is no customization in the earlier level, the free solution. And to be frank, I think you nailed it on the head. People will go to Starbucks and get a latte for $5, and they'll do it once a week, twice a week, 4 times a week in some cases, every day in many cases. Yet they're running a professional business, and somehow they think that $18 a month through you is too much money to spend. And what I tell people is really simply, we've built thousands of Agent Studio powered websites. To put it in perspective, out of the thousands of sites we've built, 35 people, and we're talking about outside agents, 35 people have taken the website solution that's $99 for a year out of thousands. 65% of the rest of them buy the $50 a month solution, and then the rest buy this solution. So even though the most expensive solution out there is expensive, relatively speaking, it's really cheap when you think about what it costs to run or open any other type of business. And I think what ends up happening, and Chad, you've got firsthand experience with this, people will come into the business, they'll sign up somewhere, they'll kind of stick their finger in the water and check the temperature. They'll never really commit, and then they'll be gone 3, 4, 5, 6 months down the line. They'll be out trying to do the next thing. I think the best advice I can give anybody who wants to build a business is you have to burn the boats. You have to get into the business, and you have to commit to making it successful. Because in my blunt way of saying it, there are going to be times where it absolutely sucks. You think it's going to be the greatest thing in the world, and then you go, oh, yeah, it would be so much easier to go back, give into corporate America, suck it up, and at least get that regular check. And it's the worst thing you could do if you ever want to be an entrepreneur. So let me tell you what I did a few years ago, about 11 years ago. I did the craziest thing because I sold my house. I used to live up in Rye, New York, beautiful area. I worked in the traditional media business. I'd run a business for a number of years, gone into the internet space with a big company and all the stock option nonsense that blew up. And this was in the months after 9/11. I decided that I was going to sell my house. I was going to move outside of Philadelphia so that I'd be close enough to New York that I could get to New York for meetings, but far enough away I couldn't commute daily. And the reason I did that was the burn the boats mentality. I wanted to make sure that I was far enough away that I wouldn't be tempted to go back and take an easy out with a corporate job, because it would have been very easy for me to make a lot of money and remove a lot of pain. And let me tell you, you fast forward 11 years and you go, thank God I didn't have that option, because every time I faced a hill, I climbed it, got over it. It wasn't easy. It was always a struggle. But over time, built a business where now we have 60 employees. We have numerous products and platforms. And we've built 2 of the fastest growing companies in the entire country, according to Inc. magazine, over the last 11 years. And the reason I tell you that is it takes a commitment. So the question for all the agents out there is, are you willing to step in and make a commitment? Are you willing to, and when I say a commitment, we're talking 60 cents. I mean, $17.95 a month is 60 cents a day. If you can't commit to that, then you shouldn't really be a travel agent. You shouldn't be thinking about where you're going to go in this industry, because you're going to go nowhere if that is your mental block. That's a crazy mental block. And when you go to the next level, it's about $1.70 a day. And again, if you can't find $1.70 a day to build your business and build your storefront, what would you have done 15, 20 years ago before the internet when you actually had to have a storefront? So the opportunities have never been better to build a business and be an entrepreneur because of the internet, but you have to make sure that you understand where the customers are going to view you, And if you go out and you're wearing flip-flops, shorts, and a ripped T-shirt, probably not going to talk to you. If, on the other hand, you come in business casual, they're going to pay attention to you. If you step it up with a sport coat and you look a little bit better, they're going to take you even more seriously. And, boy, then you get to the next level and you say, now you're blogging, now you're doing all these other things. Now you really are an expert, and we can talk to some of the tools that you have that can really position you as an expert utilizing the content. I'll let you go back to that, Chad.
Great. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate those insights. And it's funny you're telling that story about how you got started. Outside Agents about 10 years ago had no budget, no employees. It was basically Steve and I with an idea. And I agree with you 100%. You have to commit. You have to burn those boats. I can remember plenty of weeks where lunch was an option because we were too busy or too broke, to be honest with you, and trying to get this thing started and moving in the right direction. Fast forward 10 years. We're the nation's fastest growing host agency, travel agency, period. So if you commit and you dig in there, good things can happen, but you got to roll the dice. Business isn't a savings account where you get guaranteed interest and your money's protected. It's something that you invest in the hopes of big returns. So now let's talk about our final option here real quick. To me, this is the suit and tie option. To me, if I'm going to a big meeting and I'm going to ask somebody for thousands of bucks, I'm going to drag my suit and tie out of the closet. I'm going to dress for success. There's a lot of great options with this website. All the pros of the Premier version. It has the videos that Mark mentioned. I've got to swap those two on this slide here. Unlimited custom pages for your content, and that can be huge in terms of building a site that is both wide and deep, where you can add, like I said, pictures and photo galleries and stories and specials and unique content that's really going to be sticky to your clients and sticky to the search engines. It's going to have an integrated blog, like I mentioned, which is important. It's going to have advanced social network integration, which, Facebook and whatnot's all the rage nowadays. So it's important that you have the ability to feed your content out and to be connected between social networks and your web presence. And just FYI, as a side note, through the package that we're offering for $49.95, for another $10, you can get errors and omissions insurance. You can't go buy it, for $120 a year. So it's a great professional package where for $60 a month, you have all those elements that are going to put you out there as a professional. Insurance and a technology solution. Technology solutions are critically important. Cons. Really nothing. There's a monthly fee, but like Mark was saying, it's an investment. It's part of developing your image. Okay, it's a way for you to go out there, and I like your analogy to a storefront. If you walk in there and the place looks like some barren little wasteland with an unshaved, unkept individual sitting behind a desk, you're probably not going to plop down your checkbook for $5,000. So it's important that you get out there and really represent. Mark, is there anything you wanted to mention about the advanced product?
Well, there's so many things you can do with it. I was actually showing somebody today, and you can integrate your Twitter feed. You can integrate your Facebook pages. You can integrate so many things into it on the fly that if you want to put additional affiliate booking engines in, if you want to, and we're going to have additional technology available, there'll be co-op marketing opportunities that you can go out and speak directly to your customers via the platform. So there's all these tools that we've built into the top tier. And again, we're trying to do it so that you can have access to this top tier at a price point that's so low. We don't make money unless we get to thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of sites. Because I'll give you a little background. The way I've built my company is really simple. People tell you, do what you love, the money will follow. I agree with that to some point because there are things that in my day-to-day I don't love. Let me tell you, being stressed out, managing cash flow, having employees that, have issues and come and go, having customers like Chad, things like that, right? Beating you up because he's so damn cheap. No, but all kidding aside, what you do is you look at a need. You look at what the need in the marketplace is, and you meet the need. So it's really simple. I looked at the marketplace and saw businesses like Passport Online, Online Agency, these Weebly things, all these other things out there. Some cost you money, some cost you a lot of money. Some are really antiquated. Some are modern, but don't have any content, and you have to sit there and become, a content person in order to have something relevant for your customers to look at. So I said, you know what, I own a media company. We write about travel every day. We shoot video. I just got back from Portugal last week. We shot video all over Portugal, including on board AMA Waterways' new AMA Vida. And all that content we're already producing. So if we could take that content, create a platform where you could build in 5 minutes a website on demand and have thousands of pages of content that would be relevant to your customers' needs when researching and planning travel, then we would have a winning business formula. Now, I started out with this about 5 years ago, and I went to some of the players in the industry, and they all told me to get lost, the guys who have the agent website solutions that they've been around forever. And I said, the challenge you guys have is you're publishing travel deals, but there's nothing else on the website. Customers don't want just travel deals. They want to know, in Vietnam, what can you do? Where can you go? What's happening in Ho Chi Minh City? What's the latest news? We do all of that stuff for you. And in fact, Chad, type in Vietnam there, if you can, into your search. And there's Vietnam. You click on that, and it pulls up integrated Google mapping. That's me on a trishaw ride around Ho Chi Minh City. It'll have, if you set your site up a certain way, it'll have on this page, it'll have related offers. It'll have AMA Waterways offers. If you look off to the left of that video, you can tweet this page, you can like the page, you can Google Plus it, and soon you can pin the page as well. So there's all sorts of ways to build your business. And I'll just give you an example. If your website is a Weebly website or a website that has nothing on it except deals, there's nothing really to share with your customer. So, and there's no social media integration. So what we suggest you do is have a website that has that content. And every morning you can come in and you can choose one destination. And you can share that on your Facebook wall to your friends and say, hey, ever thought about going to Vietnam? Take a look at this overview from my website on Vietnam and enjoy some of the videos. If I've ever had an interest in Vietnam, I'm going to look at that. And as I'm looking at that page, guess what I'm seeing? Your brand, your message, and I'm realizing Chad Burt's a freaking, look, this is Chad Burt's website. Jesus, this website's got all this great content. Boy, he must be a powerhouse. And now you're projecting this incredible image of yourself. Instead of going out and saying, I'm a travel agent, book with me, you're sharing relevant content. And that's what social media is all about, shareable content. But if you have no content, what is there to share other than, please book with me, I'm going broke as a travel agent? So that's why we built this, and that's why we went out into the marketplace, and that's why I look at guys like Chad Burt and say, you know what? You got it right away. We've been working with you for a long time now. Business has only been out there less than a year and a half, yet Chad was right out of the gate one of the first ones to sign up. And he's given all of you such a huge advantage because if you look at this website, we can't click on the video because it'll be slow based on the lag with GoToMeeting. But you can look at that. You can also go ahead and click on that blog there, Chad, and say, you know, I don't know if you have anything there yet.
No.
But if you do, okay, you haven't put anything there, but if he created a blog, it would show up here. Any of you have a WordPress blog? If you do, it integrates seamlessly right into your website, so you don't have to reinvent your blog. It can actually integrate seamlessly directly from WordPress into here, and we talk you through it, but you don't even need to talk to us from a support standpoint. And then do me a favor and click on. Oh, you don't have the hotels up there?
No, I haven't set that up yet.
No problem. But when you build the website, we integrate for the agents all the hotels that are on Expedia that pay commission. So that's right now 144,000 hotels. So what I tell the agents is no matter what level of site you choose, you've got an integrated hotel booking engine that at the lowest end, if you take the free site, only pays you 5% commission. But if you take the higher level sites, you get your full commission split with outside agents. And the reason it's set up that way is because if Chad's going to give you a free website that's going to cost him money out of the gate, he's going to have to make some money somehow, and that's a fair trade-off. But what we find is that the agents who are serious about the business want the full commission and are willing to pay for the better branded site, the better suit, if you would, to look good out of the gate and therefore be much more successful as a business going forward. So I'll give you a contrast now. So Chad, I don't know if you've ever gone to Agent Studio to build a website. Can we try to do that for people right now? Do you think you could do that for me without you know.
Messing it up? Let's see.
Yeah, I think you probably could. Now, this will be a good test, guys. He's going to AgentStudio.com. And this is how quick you can build a website. And some of you have already done it, but you would use the promo code from Outside Agents. But let's just hit the Get Started, Chad, up in the upper right-hand corner. Let's get you started. Let's put in your name. We're going to build a website. This is how fast you can do this, guys. It'll take a couple of minutes for Chad to put in the information. He's doing okay. He's doing okay. We're going to skip to the next one, so scroll down and hit next.
So in this case, they would have a promotional code, but we just don't have one handy right now.
They have a promo code, correct. We're just on the general site right now, but you want to use the promo code because you get special treatment, obviously, with Outside Agents. And so we got Outside Agents. There you go. We'll put a phone number in there, whatever you want.
Actually.
And we'll scroll down. And I'll give you an example. As he's doing it, don't bother putting the address in. You don't need to.
Oh, okay.
Scroll down. And I think any required things. Now here, guys, just so you know, this doesn't show up for you, but Chad, because Chad's funding your business here and he's starting it up, he's saying this is where things are going to go, Cruises and Tours Unlimited. If there's commissions, he's going to put his address in, whatever you want. Make up a city if you want. And you're getting through right now the hardest part about building your website. We're going to go to the United States. And just make up a code. It won't recognize it. There you go. All right. Now you get to this next spot. What destinations do you sell, Chad? I'm going to have you click on all. You got to scroll down and select all. And then scroll down again. And for suppliers, we're going to say select all. Now, you have the opportunity to go in and change these selections afterwards, but we're going to go ahead and continue. If you have the promo code with Outside Agents, then what ends up happening is it goes ahead and filters on your preferred to make sure your preferred offers and your preferred deals show up. Now, scroll down on the left-hand side. We're going to choose from a number of different themes. Just pick any one that you want. We're going red. Let's use that. All right. And we can change this. It's completely customizable. Chad, do you have a logo sitting around on your desktop that you can grab? Look at this guy. I'm a disaster with this. I got to tell you guys. He's good. He's good. Now watch what it does for you. He's loading it up. Look, so see the Outside Agents logo is already showing up there. That's what it's going to preview like. Now let's go down to the bottom right and hit next. Choose the Elite package, Chad. I won't charge you. And that's how long it takes you to build a website, guys. Now, it takes a couple, probably 30 to 60 seconds to process your site and get it up and running. And then we're going to take you into behind the scenes and show you some of the cool stuff that you can do. And I'll just give you an example. While that's happening, do me a favor, Chad. Go to the twitter.com/Murphy Travels or your own Twitter feed, whichever you want. All right. Copy and paste that link at the top there. That's my Twitter feed. So you're going to copy and paste the link, and then, but not pasted yet. Go back to your Agent Studio website. It's spooling up. Still going. There it is. Now, close this out on the bottom right. You can close out this little window. This is Chad Burt's brand new website, guys, with Outside Agents. He's got his logo there, his phone number, everything else. Now, what I want you to do, Chad, because we're squeezed into the window, that's why it's rendering a little differently, but scroll all the way down to the bottom. Click on your control panel. Now, I want to talk about social media integration. First thing I want you to do is go to Site Settings on the left-hand side at the top. And in Site Settings, let's go to Site Social Media. Now, copy and paste. There you go. Let's edit that social media, that button right there, so it's updated. Now what I want you to do is go to Site Homepage, which is about halfway down in Site Settings, a little further. Now take a look at this. I want to edit your home page. So scroll down. Let's see box D. Let's go down, see where it says content. Change that to Twitter. And let's make all the way on the left-hand side, box B, let's make that news. And click on that and then hit edit page. Now go back to your home page. Take a look, guys. His website originally had promos on the left, featured cruises in the middle, and on the right it had tours. Now it has the latest news, it has my Twitter feed coming in, and it has the featured cruises which he's left. Now if you want to go up to your destinations and click into destinations and type in Vietnam again. So take a look at this, guys. Vietnam, boom. Look at that. You've built a website that has all this great content that your customers want, and we can change the look and feel. So now let's go down to the bottom, and I want you to update your website. So we're going to go in and choose a different theme because your logo doesn't really work with the red background, so we're going to change that. So let's go to site settings. Let's go to, where are we? Site customization, yep. All right, now scroll down. You can change the colors. We can click and change the colors. We're not going to do that right now. You can change the gradient and any of the colors. Go back to the left-hand nav. I want to do site theme. Let's go to site theme instead. All right, that's your existing theme. Now click on that. Let's just choose anything. We'll do business. Do cruises Poseidon Blue. Let's choose that one at the top there. I have no idea what that's going to look like. All right, there it is. Let's edit that. Go back to your home page. What do you think, guys?
It doesn't get any easier.
I mean, that's how simple it is. And I know you've got a little bit of savvy here, Chad, but honestly, if you can fill out a form and you can go in and say site theme, let me think, I want to change it to this color, boom, there it is. And if you want to click into any of this stuff, you can click into stuff, or you can simply cruise around the site. You can go in and create a blog. There's all sorts of stuff you can do, but go ahead and click on that hotels tab because this is what's going to blow people away. I got to go to Chicago. I'm on a TV show in Chicago on the 8th. So I need a hotel for the 7th. So find me a hotel, Chad. Let's say I was the consumer and Chad was my travel agent. So I'm going to go Chicago, Illinois. I'm going to find a hotel. Yeah, right down there, like the third one down. It's just auto-filling for you. And you can find a hotel now. It doesn't matter. That's fine. So here are hotels. But you're looking in Chicago lawn, so you're a little outside the city. So I want you to, so go to Chicago itself, just Chicago. No, in the search hotels.
Oh.
Right there, yeah, exactly. You got to blow everything out because otherwise it's not seeing it because it's an autofill. There you go. Now just click down on Chicago. There you go. Update. All right. Well, we got to go back to the hotel tab. Sometimes with GoToMeeting, guys, it's not that smooth. But all right, do this again. Now it'll autofill with Chicago, and then just go hit Chicago. It's like the third. See it right there? Boom. Just choose a hotel. I can't tell if you hit that or not. Okay. So as Chad's doing that, we've got a little bit of delay with GoToMeeting, so just bear in mind. It'll pull up hotels that are featured in Chicago, and it'll give the consumer the ability to find a hotel, click on that hotel, and book it. So, and there are 144,000 hotels. So all over the world, there are hotels that your customers can choose from. And I think you're stuck. You got something going on. Unable to process. Go ahead and hit.
Must be GoToMeeting.
Your cookies. Exactly. Try deleting your cookies, Chad, and you'll be fine. Pick New York. Pick a different city. Or Washington Heights. Okay, that's fine.
Oops.
That's okay, but you see, you got different. You're out by Yankee Stadium. Doesn't make any difference. So now go ahead and click Book Now on any of these, the DoubleTree, Fort Lee, or any of the ones that you want to click on. As a consumer, I can sort by number of stars. I can go to a cheap hotel. I can go to an expensive hotel, and then I can book it right now. I'm still on Chad's website, but all the inventory I'm looking at is the same hotel that's on Expedia at the same price with the same integrated encryption technology. So your customers now have an easy way to just book a simple hotel, which is a $112 billion market that agents currently don't get, and go ahead and make it happen that way. So, so that's a look into how fast and easy it is to build. And remember, we just built this website about 7 minutes ago, Chad.
Right.
And you have a fully powered website that we can customize. We've changed the look and feel of the site already. We've got integrated hotel booking technology. We can start blogging right away. And you're talking about $1.70 a day.
And Mark, very quickly, let me jump in there and explain.
Yeah. Go.
From within our program, once you sign up with Outside Agents, if you're not already, you simply log into our back office and go to the Info tab and go to Premium Products. And that's where you'll be able to see the free Agent Studio option, the paid, the bundles we have with the errors and omissions insurance. You can sign up right there online. You have to go through our website to sign up with Agent Studio in order to get the free program or to get the live booking engine that integrates with the Agent Studio program.
And it's really important that you just said that. Yeah.
And then one other quick thing, maybe not directly related topic, but one of the reasons, Mark, that I chose to go with Agent Studio, I love the content, I love the destination stuff, I love the social network integration, but I also like the usability, the agent interaction with the website, because one of the things I find is that a lot of agents aren't techies. They don't want to mess around with too much technology. They want something that's simple, that's easy to use, that they can't mess up. Some of your competitors out there, excuse me, excuse me, you can mess up those sites pretty quick. Exactly. I was in there messing with one of them, and I messed it up, and I've got a technology background. So this here is bulletproof. You know, you can go in there, you can have your 8-year-old niece or nephew go in there and mess with this, and they're not going to be able to mess it up. So it's straightforward, it's simple, it's not overly done, it's not overly complicated. One of the things I've learned in my technology career is I can build all the cool gizmos on the planet, but if the end user won't use it, or it's an uncomfortable user experience, then it's worthless. It's absolutely worthless. So great content, robust content, live booking engine when you sign up through us, easy to use and maintain. I think that kind of nails it on the head. So let's talk a little bit about our recommendations, okay? And I just want to very quickly say this. Dress for success. Wear a suit to a meeting. You know, or at the very least, don't wear flip-flops, okay? Dress up like you want somebody's business and like you're representing a service that has value. You just have to look the part. And like I said in the beginning of this, you know, 10, 15, 20 years ago, if you even had a website, that was awesome. That was an amazing thing. Nowadays, people judge you by it, and they presume that you're going to have a professional-looking, professionally functioning website. And if you don't, it's going to hurt your bottom line more often than not. So one other thing I kind of want to talk about is how important it is to market your site. So get a site, get one that represents your image, your business, that makes you look good, and then do something with it. Again, the days of the 90s, the attitude of build it and they will come, that's just not true. You've got to put it on your business card. You've got to invest in a domain name. You just have to. You cannot have an email address that's, you know, I'm having fun traveling at gmail.com. That's just not professional. So you can go to like GoDaddy, and for like $10 a year, you can register a professional domain, and they'll give you a free email address with it. So you can have info@chadstravelhut.com. Okay, that just looks infinitely more professional than having a Gmail or a Yahoo email account. And Mark and I were talking about something when we were coming up with the free program, and one of the closing points that he made that really had an impact on my decision-making process was that if your friends aren't booking at least their hotels on your site, there's a problem with your friends. I mean, I hate to be so brash about it, but if they're getting the same pricing as they're getting at Expedia, okay, the exact same content, the exact same pricing, why aren't they booking at your website? Maybe they don't know about it. Maybe you haven't told them about it. Maybe you haven't done a circle of friends letter in a while to let them know how excited you are about your new travel website and all the cool things that they can do on it. So get out there and promote it. We offer a lot of marketing and business development training. I've been doing search engine marketing for a long, long time. We have the industry's only free mentoring program where we have a couple of seasoned agents who will sit down with you and come up with a business development plan, a key component of which should be your website. So that's kind of my recommendation. If I was starting out tomorrow, I would probably skip over all the other free options except for the Agent Studio One. Why would you want to go maintain a website when you've got something that can be done for you? Set it, forget it, and you're in business. If I was starting my business tomorrow, I'd probably upgrade in short order to one of the paid options, depending on how much time and effort I wanted to invest in my website. If I just wanted to have a good-looking website where I could do some tweaks, I could add some unique content and whatnot, I'd go with the $17.95 option. If I wanted to invest some more time in it, do some blogging, I wanted to have the stickiness of the videos and so on, then like Mark said, I would spend that $1.60 a day to have that kind of complete package. Mark, any final thoughts?
No, I think you nailed it on the head. I don't know if you're taking questions at this, or if you are.
Actually, if they would like to ask questions, they can do so via the chat function that's available in here. I can't really unmute everybody for fear of the background noise.
Oh, no, I understand that. So
if you have any questions, there's a little chat link on your GoToMeeting bar. You can go ahead and just toss up any questions, and I'll take any of them in order.
Fire away, folks. What do you got? And hopefully you don't have any, and you're going to go back to the area on Outside Agents and start building out a website, because you see how fast and easy it is. I would hope that everybody that's listening will take 10 minutes after they get off this call. Don't do anything before you build a website. You can always come back to it, but build it, look at it, check it out, and then we'll help you get your website moved over to your domain name so it's your own brand, it's your own look and feel. We'll even give you ideas on how to create a logo, because you want to have a logo. There's really inexpensive ways. I remember when I first got started, I didn't have designers and I needed logos. So there's companies like LogoWorks. You can go to LogoWorks on Google. I think it's logoworks.com if I recall. And you can basically say, I'm willing to pay $200 to have a logo created. This is the type of logo I'm looking for. It reflects this, this, and this. They'll ask you a bunch of questions. And then they send it out to a bunch of designers who come back with 3, 4, or 5 different ideas. And whichever one you choose, that person gets paid. And so designers that are freelancers compete to create your logo, and you look like a professional out of the gate instead of, the guy that just showed up with the ripped shirt. So something to think about.
Great. Well, Mark, I think we did such a good job. They don't have any questions. So I guess at this point,
well, that's good.
I'm going to thank everybody for attending. We had a packed house today. If you have any questions, I can always be reached at 866-208-5604 at extension 210. And once again, my name is Chad, and I'm with OutsideAgents.com. And thank you all very much for attending today. Have a great day.
Thanks, Chad. Thanks, everyone.
Bye now.